Now, Ruben Amorim says Manchester United must focus on the future and forget the mistakes of the past, following Cristiano Ronaldo's comments that he cannot perform a miracle at Old Trafford. They travel to Spurs on Saturday. For more on that now, let's join Daniel Khan. Afternoon, Dan. Is it fair to say that is amongst the most positive you've seen Ruben Amorim in a news conference?
Yeah, afternoon, Matt. I mean, it was a positive news conference because actually in the last 4 or 5 weeks, Manchester United have been able to turn around what was an incredibly disappointing start to the season in terms of results to regathering some momentum. And now, look, if they are able to get a positive result against Tottenham on Saturday, they could find themselves second in the table, which I think would be quite a positive place for Manchester United to be in. And for Cristiano Ronaldo to talk about miracles being required for United to change things around, I would just point to their last 2 results. When you look at Nottingham Forest and Brighton, 2 sides who beat Manchester United 4 times between them in the league last season. United have got 4 points from those 2 games. So clearly improvements have been made under Ruben Amorim so far at this point, but they'll be looking to continue it on Saturday against a side who've beaten them 4 times last season in terms of Tottenham. But those comments in particular by Ronaldo weren't just questioning maybe what is required in terms of miracles, but he also questioned the players at the club, saying that they might not understand what Manchester United is in terms of in their head and just the stature of the club. So I put those comments to Ruben Amorim, not just as a former legend of the club, Ronaldo, but also as a former national team compatriot of Amorim's as well.
He knows, and he has a huge impact in everything he said. What we need to focus is in the future. We know that we as a club made a lot of mistakes in the past, but we are trying to change that. So let's not focus what happened. Let's focus what we are doing now, and we are doing that. We are changing a lot of things in the structure, the way we do things, the way we want the players to behave. We are doing that, and we are improving. So let's focus on the way we are doing things. We are improving. Let's continue and forget a little bit the past.
Well, you mentioned it just there, didn't you, Dan? On Saturday, they face a Spurs team that beat them 4 times last season, including that Europa League final. So is revenge on the mind for Amorim?
Yeah, look, Ruben Amorim actually spoke last week, Matt, about, reflecting on his 1 year in charge of Manchester United and talked about how, that loss to Tottenham in that European final was absolutely crushing, really one of the lowest points of his tenure at United so far, with what was at stake, not just a trophy, but also the possibility of Champions League football. But actually, look, as a consequence of them not winning that final, they've had to reduce their squad size quite a lot in terms of not having those extra games. They've perhaps had more time, of course, on the training ground to work under Amorim as well, especially on his system and formation. So you do wonder, are they actually getting some advantages, maybe not of losing a final, but having that extra time? And again, I asked Ruben Amorim that question. I think his answer was pretty positive as well.
It's not the fact of seeing the positive, it's using the positives. So any situation that you have in our life, you can look in the positive way or in the bad way. If you ask me, you prefer to be here with a cup in Champions League more money, more players, maybe. Of course, I will say yes, but you have the other side. You have more time to train, to know your players, to arrange everything. The connection between staff and prepare the future, and the future will be with the European competition. So we just try to use the positive thing of not playing all the games during the week. So yes, I can see the positives.
Look, Ruben Amorim isn't getting carried away with United's recent form. He knows things can change if, for example, results don't go their way in the next few weeks, including Tottenham on Saturday. But for now, they've been so positive between the most recent international breaks. They'll be looking to end this one on a positive against Tottenham. We'll wait and find out at a lunchtime kickoff between Tottenham and Manchester United.